One thing is for sure, spring weather means planting, and trees are budding, flowers are popping up, and green thumbs, they are jumping with joy. Carolyn Strauss is in the house with Denver Botanic Gardens. Carolyn, I know you love DBG. You've told me lots of stories.
Good morning. Hey, Tanya, I could spend hours, no, days at the Denver Botanic Gardens. But before we learn about their event, Palms and Pineapples Off the Clock, here are some things to think about when you're planting this time of year. Take a look.
A lot of the things that we didn't get done in the fall are raking the rest of the leaves, cutting back the perennials, and then there's some things like ornamental grasses that we leave out through the winter for winter interest, but now's the time to start cutting those back as well. Because it's been so dry and so warm, the soil's thawed, it's easy to work right now. So over the last couple weeks, we've been putting compost down, getting out there double digging or tilling or whatever your method is for preparing your soil.
So what do we need to keep in mind then? Because we're all itching. We want to start planting, but as I mentioned, we're gonna have a few blizzards. What not to do?
So number one, get your watering done, but don't turn that sprinkler on. And then if you are starting to do your annual seeds indoors, just stick to your normal schedule.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun.
Oh.
Along with plant tips, Denver Botanic Gardens has many fabulous events on the horizon. And here with all of that, Erin Bird. Erin, hi.
Hi.
You're gearing up for this year's summer concert series, my favorite. And you'll be announcing the shows on April 3rd. I checked the website last night.
Yes.
Okay, so share a sneak peek of what kind of music we can expect this year.
Sure. As always, there will be a variety of jazz, folk, adult contemporary music, and we do have a few sneaks that we can share today.
Like?
Contemporary indie folk artist Jose Gonzalez, and then Mary Chapin Carpenter.
Love her.
Yes.
She is one of my favorite artists. Great.
Excellent. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun time. Also, Keb Mo, who is a regular, is teaming up with Taj Mahal, who's also another regular. So they're going to have kind of a supergroup band. They'll perform together.
So when it gets announced, is that when tickets go on sale?
Tickets go on sale at various stages for the level of Gardens membership, and then before that, and then public sales start April 18.
Fantastic. That's so good to know. Get that on your calendar.
Yes.
And April 7th is all about the event that I mentioned earlier, Palms and Pineapples Off the Clock. What is that? I just love that name. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's a fun title. That is part of our Off the Clock series, which is an after-hours event for adults, and this theme is Palms and Pineapples, so it has a tiki kind of luau feel, so people will be able to make their own leis. There'll be specialty menu items from Offshoots Cafe, specialty drinks. There'll be Polynesian dancers and luau music, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And do you guys hold the gardens open special hours on those kind of evenings?
Yes, so it's only open for event attendees at night, so it's not open to the regular public.
Great.
So it's very VIP, fun experience.
I love how much stuff goes on at the Botanic Garden. I think it's amazing.
Yes.
And something else I didn't know is that you guys have an event called Yoga at the Gardens. Tell me about that, because I love yoga, so tell me.
Yes, we have multiple different types of yoga. We do sunrise vinyasa, then we have an evening vinyasa and kundalini, and then also a slow meditation yoga. The sunrise right now take place indoors, but then starting in May, they go outside into the gardens.
So this is going on currently?
Yeah, I go to the vinyasa almost every week in the mornings. It's a great start to the day. And a little known secret is that the ticket price is $12, $10 if you're a member, so it's actually a little bit less than general admission to the gardens, and then you get to go and stroll around the gardens afterwards if you want.
And it's less than a lot of yoga classes.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah, and they're just drop-in, so you don't need to reserve ahead of time. So.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. And then you have some new sculptures coming to the garden as well. I mean, I was there for the Chihuly exhibit, which blew my mind.
Yes.
Tell me about the new sculptures that are coming starting on the 28th of April.
Yes, so our summer exhibition this year is Calder Monumental, and it's the famous American sculptor Alexander Calder. This will be the first major outdoor exhibition of his work in the West, and then it's been over a decade since there's been a show of this scale outside in all of the U.S., so it's going to be really incredible.
Tell me about the amount of time. I've always been curious, like when I saw the Chihuly exhibit, the amount of weeks. Are you guys setting up those sculptures now?
Not yet. We're going to start within the next week or two for installation, and these, besides the scale and heft of them, it's a little bit easier because they're already come assembled. Sometimes, like the Chihuly, people were having to manually tie in each one of the glass spikes. So different every year.
The gardens is such an amazing place. And you guys even offer classes. So tomorrow, Saturday,
Yes.
there is a class called Extending the Garden Season in Colorado, which, I mean, I know my, are they the perennials that come every year, are
Yes.
starting to come up
Right.
already.
Yes.
So tell me about that class.
Sure, this class is geared more towards vegetable gardening. And a lot of people don't realize that in the Colorado's climate, you can grow produce almost year round because there are some vegetables like the greens, lettuces, and spinach that are very hardy. And if you have kind of a sheltered space for it, you can have the same footprint vegetable garden, and it's called succession planting. So then you can have different vegetables coming up almost all year round.
And if somebody like me who doesn't have a garden, will you guys teach how to use like big planters? So I buy those big planters.
Yes. Yep, we have container gardening classes. We have beginner gardener classes like that start at the very basics of how do I amend my soil? How do I grow a flower or vegetable? To much more higher level classes like this one that we were just talking about.
Well, thank you so much for being
course,
with us,
yes.
Erin. Plan your day at Denver Botanic Gardens by visiting botanicgardens.org. Be on the lookout for the summer concert series announcement and mark your calendar for the annual plant sale on May 11th. We'll return in just a few minutes.